let's go on our life. Okay, so I was telling you about the spiritual side of success, and it's by emotions. And let me tell you why emotions, because everything in this universe, everything is made by energy. Our cells in our body are moving always. It's energy. Even when a body it's dead, it doesn't it doesn't stay like that. It turns into something else because it's moving, because that body, even though the soul it's not there, it still have the energy. It still has something that it's gonna still be moving. So everything right now in this world, in your life, it's always moving. So we're always attracting into our lives, because when we feel its emotions, when we feel something, that is a vibration. Okay, so a vibration is when you throw a rock into the water, and what does it do? It makes a vibration. So look at it like that. When I'm feeling something, like right now, if I'm feeling like worry, if I'm feeling if I'm feeling impatience, like let's talk about that. I'm gonna be vibrating. So that vibration, what's it gonna do? It's gonna attract more of that. So so that's what happens. Sometimes we want the results, but let me tell you something, and this is for you to be like really honest. Most of the time, if you acknowledge like today and this past week and everything, how are you vibrating? Are you vibrating on the positive side, on faith, on certainty? Are you like happy, grateful because you know it's gonna happen? Or are you worried about money? Are you worried people are gonna be leaving on your team? Are you worried things are not gonna happen? Are you worried that people are gonna be criticize you? Are you always scared when you do a presentation, when you do a phone call? Are you feeling scared when you invite people that they're not gonna show up? When you present to people, are you feeling scared that they're not gonna join the business? When you do trading, when you do forex, are you feeling scared you're gonna lose your money? So really, if we are really honest, because I told you, I'm a person, if I'm telling you this, it's because it has been like a war for me, really. Like I was doing like all the work, I was putting it, but like really, I was feeling like this. I was feeling scared. I was feeling that people were gonna leave out of my team. That I wasn't gonna be like the leader. That I was gonna lose what I had. That maybe if I didn't have the money to pay the rent, the money. I remember when I started here, like I had a lot of um how they call them in English, deudas, debts. Thank you. If I had that debts, how was I gonna pay them and everything? And I was like really vibrating. So I started reading all of this, and really, and it hasn't been like, wow, one day everything went off, and no, it's a process. But it starts with the information, and it starts when you really want a change in your life. You're gonna do whatever it takes, that time it needs to take, that changes you need to make in you, in your mentality. It's just like that, guys. I'm not gonna tell you lies. Not gonna tell you like, oh, everything it's color pink, everything's perfect, because it's not like that. But I can tell you, you can do it. I can tell you it's worth it. I can tell you, really, if I did it, of course, all of you guys can do it. But I really want today that you learn this, because if you continue being the same person and allowing yourself think the way you are thinking negative, you're only gonna sabotage yourself always. You're gonna turn to that same point always, because you are doing it. You can't blame other people for your results. You can't blame your team. You can't blame, there's nobody to blame. You can't blame God. Sometimes we're like, God, why? But why God? Really, God wants that he says it in his word. what he wants for us, it's great, it's perfect. But our spiritual side, or emotions, or thoughts, or words, sometimes they are destroying our lives. And sometimes this is what is destroying our results. It's not God. God wants it. The normality for our lives, it's good. But we have done the bad with this. We have contaminated our lives with all of this. So we need to get it right again. Let me tell you something. Always there's two sides, two polos of any emotion, okay? This is really important. So here it's one pole, here is one side that it's love. And love, it's faith, it's happiness, it's being thankful, it's being happy, etc. And the other side of this, it's fear. And fear, it's impatience. When you're impatient for your results, that's fear. Because impatience means you're doubting that it's not gonna happen. So here it's fears, it's impatience, it's being not grateful, it's being worried, it's being angry, it's being all of that, okay? So this is like the same. The line, it's the same. It's like the same energy. They're just two sides opposites. There's two polar opposites, but it's just like the same. You can turn into one side to the other. Basically, it's like simple. But I'm gonna talk to you about something that it's really impacted my life, and I think a lot of you are passing through this, to this emotion called impatience. Put a number one, being really honest with me. If you have been impatient with your rank, with getting the results, that sometimes you're like, oh man, it's not here, that sometimes you want to close a rank, it's Monday, you want to close a rank, and you can't do it. Like you just go and it's happened something and it's not done. Okay, well, a lot of people right here are being really honest, and that is awesome. That is incredible. And let me tell you something about impatience that it's gonna change. It's gonna change. It's gonna impact you, and it's gonna show you why you're not getting the results that you want. Because when you are impatient, you, instead of attracting, you are getting it to go away. Because that it's an energy. Remember, everything is energy. Law of attraction works even if you don't believe it. Everything in this world is energy. So when you are impatient, this is still like a balance, okay? This is like a balance. And when you are impatient, your balance turns to the fear, okay? So the law of attractions tell you what you are thinking, what you are feeling, it's gonna come into your life. It's in the Bible. Whatever you fear, you attract. So when you are impatient, you are attracting, and you are gonna be getting those results. Because where does the impatience come? Impatience comes from fear, okay? So I'm gonna tell you three things you are gonna work on starting today. This is our three strategies that are gonna help you get rid of. Remember, be patient, it's a process. But today you're gonna learn how to stay on the positive side, how to vibrate high. Because this vibration of love is higher than the vibration of fear. And if you get yourself to be on this side, you're in the right track, and you are gonna have the results that you want, plus what I'm gonna explain you later on in this call. So write this, please, okay? So the first strategy that is gonna help you control your impatience is you need to think it's possible, okay? That's the first step. If you how many of you put 7? You're going for chairman. Chairman 10. How many of you are running for that goal? Okay, excellent. A lot of people right here are going for their chairmans. Incredible, guys. Okay, so all of you guys, super, 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 super. All of you guys, first you have to think it's possible. It's that simple. Really, it's that. Just think about it. It's possible. Why I am not gonna be a chairman? Why, if there's a lot of people, my leader, just see your chairman upline and see him, you're gonna see he's a person, he's a human. If he made it, you can also make it. So that's a law of mentalism. That's a law of attraction. You have to second on that same strategy, you have to believe more in yourself. You have to see yourself like that chairman. You have to see yourself. You don't have to see yourself like the person you are. You have to see yourself like that leader with that position, with that earning, with that doing those conference in front of a lot of people. You have to think, if someone else done it, why can't I do it also? You don't have to think in how, because sometimes we're like, how? Really, this, oh my God, God is sometimes like, these guys, they're like, I think God thinks sometimes we frustrate him because we want to do his work. You know, we want to be like that God, like, but how is it gonna happen? Where am I gonna get like all those leaders? When is the people are coming? Like, you want to know the why, but you know what? Forget about it. Really, today, forget about the why. That's not your work. It doesn't work like that. The why is from above. It's from over there. Your work, or what you have to do is believe, have certainty, align yourself. Paloma, how can I align myself? Okay? You can align yourself by defining what do you want. That's the first step. Because if you don't know exactly how much you want to get, what rank do you want, how much money do you want, all of those stuff, you're not going to get it. So first, you align yourself with your goals, with what you want. And second of all, then you start that spiritual side, just thinking of it as if it was already done. And then speaking of it, like the Bible says, you have to speak things like they were, even though right now they're not, because everything comes by faith. First is faith, then that faith, it's your building on your spiritual world. And when you build on your spiritual world, you know that it has to pass on your physical world. Maybe it's going to take a year, maybe it's going to take 2 years, I don't know. Everybody is different. And that's something important, leaders. You have to stop comparing yourself. You know, I love Oprah Winfrey. I just love her. And she said she didn't see any other programs, any other talk shows, because she didn't want to be looking at what others were doing. And you know what? I think, and I know a lot of you guys, that is what's happening. You're seeing too much of your cross lines. Oh man, he's doing that. He's advancing. He's doing great events. He's growing, and I'm not. You know what? You have to get so involved on you, on your progress, on your life, that you forget about everybody else. That's how I do it. You know, when somebody's getting success, I applaud them, because whatever you celebrate, it's the right energy, because you're vibrating love. So you're going to get more of that. Always celebrate and always learn, but focus on you. Focus on you. Don't compare, because everybody's so different. And when you compare, you're losing your focus. You're losing your time. So you have to be your project. You have to get yourself, you so involved in you, that you don't have like any time to waste on anybody else. Okay? So how do you align yourself? Your goals, and then your thoughts, and then your words, and then your feelings. Okay? So you get all of those things, and your actions, and that's it. That's it, guys. So I'm going to tell you about the second strategy to control your impatience. Okay? Second strategy. And I talk people that have heard me in mentorships in Spanish, I'm like a super fast speaker. Like I talk blah 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 blah. But like English is my second language, so I talk a little more slow. And I love speaking English because I need to practice it. Let me just tell you something about it. I was born in the border. I'm Mexican, but I was born here in El Paso, Texas, so I'm American also. Most of my life I have been in Mexico. I consider myself Mexican and everything. But when I was a kid, when my parents, we went to live to Kansas, Colorado, Arkansas, because my parents wanted us, my sister and I, to learn English when I was 6 years. So 6 to 8 years, I studied English. I learned it, but then I went to Mexico and I only spoke Mexican, Spanish all my life. So right now I'm with iMarcus Live. I'm getting it also. So just be patient with me, okay? Thank you so much. So number 2, you have to for the strategy of your impatience. Thank you. You have to be thinking about the law of sowing. You know that law of sowing. So you need to know that it's like when a woman wants to have a kid, she first have to be pregnant. And I'm gonna tell you a super thing. My sister, she's a chairman also. She's right now pregnant, so I'm really happy about it. So right now that she's pregnant, it's a process. She can, like, right now, she has like 1 month, be like, oh man, now I want to have the baby, because the baby, it's like that dream. It's what you want to give birth, right? So you guys want to give birth of a dream. You want to give birth to your financial freedom. You want to give birth to earning $10,000 a month. So you need to be conscious that it takes time. You have to sow, you have to do it. So just when you know that, and you know it's normal, that it takes time sometimes, you start like being impatient and comparing to others. And step number three, it's you have to look for the signals, the universe. What is the universe? Like this, a lot of books sometimes are not gonna tell you God, but this I learned from David Monite. Uni, what does uni mean? Uni means one, okay? And what does verse? Who is the verse? In the Bible says verse, it's God. So universe means God, So the universe, meaning God, it's gonna tell you how to go. You just have to be like listening. Sometimes you just have to be listening. Sometimes it's going to tell you, it's going to bring people, it's going to bring messages. I remember, oh my God, like sometimes I wanted to throw that towel away when I started network marketing. 1 year, I didn't have any results. Imagine. I was sometimes frustrated. I cried a lot with God. I was like, why, God? I'm doing everything. I go to events, I do presentation, and really I work every day to have results. And it always gave me like a person, or I always started like a video on. I remember those days I listened a lot to Les Brown, and he said something. It was like, wow, that's what I needed to hear. So really, when you are just like open yourself to the signals that God is going to be sending you through people or through other stuff, okay? So that's how you get rid of that impatience, okay? Because I really want you guys to learn this, because you need to start vibrating on this. But let me tell you, this is super important. When you want something so much, when you desire something so much, sometimes that also makes it go away. I know it sounds like contradiction to the information we hear, because we have always heard about desire. Yes, but we need, when you know something, it's gonna come, you're not anxious about it, right? Put a number one if you understand what I'm trying to tell you, because I don't want this to get it doesn't get understood the right way. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a chairman 50. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I wanted so much to be a chairman 100, because I have always been a person that runs, that I'm not comfortable in the position I am, and I have always been like this way. In 7 years I always go and never stops and everything. So I wanted it too much that I started like instead of coming through me, it started like going away, because of what I'm telling you. Because when you want something so much, you start here, you stop, you start fearing it's not gonna happen, right? You start fearing. Right now, maybe you're working for a rank and you're like fearing, like, oh man, it's not coming, and you're anxious. You want it too much that you're unconscious that instead of attracting it, you're making your balance goes this. And the universe, it's always gonna bring to you your vibration. It's a law. You cannot change it. In the Bible says, of conform of your faith, it's gonna bring to you. So this is like your faith, okay? So let me tell you just something, okay? How will you feel if someone today will bring you a check of $10,000 and they tell you, you can sign up here and we guarantee in December of 2019, we're gonna give you this 10,000 check every month. And after 6 months, we're gonna give you a check of $25,000 each month. And after 6 months, we're gonna give you a check of $50,000. And after 6 months, we're gonna give you $100,000. How will you feel right now? Will you work the same way, anxious, angry? When you present, how will you present? You'll present like, I don't care if you sign up or not. I'm already rich. I'm already chairman. I don't care. But the only contract for you getting those $10,000, the only contract for you to getting is do the habits that I'm just gonna talk about it. Right now, I'm gonna show you. I did a page for you guys so you can see my habits that I have copied for successful people, where you can see what I do every day, so you guys can do it just the same. Because remember, when I started this mentorship, I told you I'm just an excellent copier, and that's all you need to do. Be really excellent in executing and copying. So right now, you should guys be really happy, because you're gonna have what a chairman does every day, and you guys are also going to become chairman if you do it every day. So let's see. I'm the person that it's right now. I'm giving you that check. Imagine it. I want for you, like, really imagine what I'm telling you, and let's see. Let's take somebody for example here. Tony, that has just right here wrote in the chat. So Tony, I'm signing you this check of $10,000 by December of 2019. All you have to sign in is that you're gonna work every day with the habits that I'm gonna tell you. You just have to do that. Work every day, do these habits, and I'm gonna be giving you this check. So this is your contract. Tony and everybody who's here in this mentorship call, really, who will sign this? Who will sign this? Who will do it? Who tomorrow will do the habits? Who will do it every day? Don't care if it's a good day, if it's a bad day, whatever happens. You just go there and you're not gonna be worried about anything. You're not gonna get sad. You're not gonna get worried. You're not gonna be fear, etc. Everybody will do it, right? So that's fake, guys. That's that right vibration. That's how we need to be. We need to know our goals, but we need to have certainty of them. We don't have to get all because when our faith passes to anxiety, you're on the wrong side. And what you're fearing, you get anxiety, and then things start to happen. People get off of your organization. Well, people are gonna go out of your organization, but sometimes they're getting too much off because you are the one that is causing them with your energy. Or sometimes you're about to get in a certain position and you scared it away. You're about to go a rank up and you scared it because of your anxiety. So guys, what I'm telling you, this, I'm gonna put it this way, okay? You just have to be grateful and happy that you already have it. It's already done, guys. I'm already chairman 250. You're already that chairman 10, that chairman 25, that chairman 50. You are already there. You just have to every day give thanks to it, but not like things like, oh my God, so happy and grateful. No. Thank you, God. I'm so happy and grateful. Thanks for all of this to my life. Thank you for this check of $10,000. Thank you because it's already in my house. Thank you because this already has happened. And you're in the state of love. You're in the state of gratitude. You're in the state of faith. You have certainty on it, and it's gonna happen. And then you just do your job. You do your job. You don't know where leaders are gonna come. You don't know who's gonna enter your organization. Really, you know, it has happened to me a lot of times. My chairman 50, it was done. It was built on, not just by me. It was built on by the faith. It was built on by just doing these tiny things every day, because the tiny things reflect on the long term. The tiny things we don't put attention to it are like everything. So guys, I want to share with you guys my screen here so I can, here, I made this for you guys. You can take a picture of it, of what you need to do every day so you will become a chairman in 10 months, 18 months, 2 years, doesn't matter. It's gonna come when you're ready and when it has to come. That's how it is, okay? So every day I pray, really. It's like the best thing in my life. And I'm not talking to you about a religion, because I'm not a religion person. I'm a free person, but I depend on God completely. So I just like, I have learned that 5 minutes on your knees keep you on all the whole day. So pray, you guys. Then here it's spelled wrong, I'm sorry, but it's declare, okay? Declare every day. Declare your goals, but just declare them as if they were already done, because they are already done in the spiritual world. It just has to pass here, okay? Then masterminds, I know in English, you guys have every day morning calls. You have to be connected to that calls. They're amazing. Then read 5 pages, okay? I'm always have my books. I read 5 pages. I told you at the beginning, I'm not the best reader, but I read every day. And then prospect, okay? Prospect new people. I prospect a lot. Of course, I still prospect. I love prospecting. I have to be like really honest with you, because all of my prospect has been most part from network marketing, from social media, Instagram, Facebook. I just prospect there. I just meet new people. Paloma, how to use prospect? Really simple. It's like the most simple part. But when you have the faith and you have the spiritual side, really, the people are coming, okay? And then 25 calls every day. 25 calls to get my presentations, and every day present to 3 to 5 people. That is like the greatest thing that's gonna bring a lot of fruit into your business. Present it. 3 to 5 people, 3 to 5 people. If you fail one day and you don't have that 3 people, it doesn't matter. Guys, we need to be less hard on in ourselves. Sometimes we're like, oh my God, I didn't do it perfect. No, there's not such a thing perfect. It's not, there's Alex Morton is not perfect. Ivan and Monica, nobody is perfect. We're just imperfect people with great results because we follow a system and we do the best that we can. And the other stuff, we do this incredible spiritual side, guys. So just do the best that you can, okay? But you need to be working to get these numbers, okay? When you get these numbers, wow, amazing, because you are running like a chairman, okay? Follows up, this is really important. Follow up when you present to a people, then you do a 3-way call with your leader, or you send them to a Zoom call or whatever, okay? And add value to your team. I sometimes read something and I send it. I love sending stuff to my team, things that I'm learning too, because I want my team also to be experiencing that personal development side. So do trainings for your team, send them, just add value every day. So you can take a picture of this, and all you have to do, starting today, is you have to just be happy because you're in the right company. You have an amazing opportunity, and it just world-class. Something that I have learned is world-class takes time, okay? I have 7 years in this incredible industry. So just be patient, guys. Just do the work. Just have the faith that if God did it for me, it's gonna do it for you. But you have to work it. Just work it and work it and work it and work it and do it every day, and never give up. Never give up. That's like all you need to do. Just be able and be willing to never give up on yourself, because it's worth it, guys. You are worth it. Your family, it's worth it. It's not only about us. It's the people that we're gonna be impacting. It's the lives that we are gonna be changing. Because really, when you have the results, you're gonna inspire a lot of people you didn't even know. Your story, a lot of people needs to hear it. So guys, we're about to hit the most important event, that it's Vegas. That's incredible, because when you go to a convention, it works the most important part of yourself, that it's all of this, the spiritual side. So I want for you guys, do a commitment with me on this call. I've never felt to be in a convention. I remember when I started network marketing, my first event, it was gonna be in Las Vegas. That's where I met Ivan Tapia. We were in another company, David Imonite, those incredible leaders. And I didn't have the money. This is a true story. And I remember that my mom and I, we said we need to be in that event. And when you want something and have faith, pray for it and take action. Look what I told you. When you want something and then you pray, okay, take action. You need to go and knock doors, how many doors you need to knock, it doesn't matter. Sometimes you need to be more humble. I needed to be more humble because that time I didn't have the money, and I needed to pay for my mom's, for a friend that came from Spain, and from me also. And I remember my mom used to work at a place called Dealers. It was a store, and it was January. And in that time, they didn't let them go out or take days off because it's when they have more work. But you know what? Me and my mom prayed, and we leave it to God. Like, God, if you want my mom to go, help her, to get that permission. So she did got that permission, and then we needed the money. So we went to a place here in El Paso, Texas, where they lend you money with interest. And I'm not lying, it was like 30% of interest each month. We took a year to pay that. It was $1,000. But you know what? It was worth it. We went to that event in Las Vegas, and that event literally helped me visualize myself at the front. It changed my life. So I can tell you something. Events change lives, and that where leaders and chairmen are developed. So guys, don't buy your own excuses. It's time for you to upgrade. It's time for you to have not just the greatest year, but the greatest life. Because what you're doing right now, you're not doing it just for a business. You're doing it for your whole life, because this is a project on you. The thing here, it's how John Maxwell say it. It's not how much it's gonna take. It's how far are you gonna get? How far are you gonna get with your life? Just know that we have a time here in this place, and God gave you a life, and He gave it for something. You have a great purpose. And remember, you have a gift that it's life. But what you do with your life, it's your gift back to God. So let's make it worth it, guys. So I was really happy to be here to share an incredible information that has changed my life. I want to share with you guys something else before we leave, because we already been here for an hour. It's amazing. You're amazing, guys. So do this. I learned this from David Imoniti. Do this for you. Do it in a paper that you're gonna print and have it with you, and put it in your also put it in your room. So put, I'm so happy and grateful this 2019, and put your goal. This is my goal. Put yours, guys, and declare it with faith, and work it with patience, guys. So that's it for me. I'll see you guys on Las Vegas. Let's celebrate. Let's rank it up. February. Let's go for all. Thank you. God bless you. My name is Paloma Sansores, and it was incredible to be in this mentorship call.